1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2.
I graduated from Wake Forest in 1988. Unfortunately, my last semester of my senior year, I broke my neck in a car accident. And I went to work for a corporation, American Express, out of college because I had to have health insurance. Well, after a year working there, I really hated the corporate world, so I decided to invest in some sort of business so I could be self-employed. And it was just a good opportunity to buy into a nightclub. I'd never been in nightclub business before. I bought it and just got into it at 21 years old.
I would have to say more than anything, it's a really comfortable room as far as the sounds. It's got wood base. The sounds are soft. If you've got a really good sound engineer and a band that can play, it's, to me, probably the best venue in the country. I've been to a lot of really good venues.
And the vibe here is great. It's like coming and playing like your friend's really cool backyard barn party every couple months. It's one of our favorite places to play.
It's a little bit rusty. It looks like a dump sometimes, but it's comfortable, and the music really it goes over well in here.
Built with love. That's the whole thing. We started out. We just added on as we went. But it's basically just because we handle all the bands very, very professionally. We don't cut any corners with them. We really treat them with respect. And in turn, they like to come back and play.
The first time you play here, you don't get a lot of people before they don't know you. So they've been good enough to have us back.
Yeah. Mark, Celeste, and Jay are three of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. And they treat us extremely well. They always believed in what we were doing, so they, kept giving us a chance back. It ended up being a really good relationship with them.
A lot of these guys were friends of mine from Grateful Dead tour days, so I came out, and he was always bringing the best acts in the country here. So, just started out friendship and music. Been working here with Jay now 9 years now permanently. Before that, I was a fan and worked periodically for the previous 7 years. So I've been here hanging out or working for a while between other jobs. So.
It's like a little family. A lot of people that work for me have worked here for 10 years plus. Generally, unless they get married or have some sort of midlife crisis, they don't usually want to quit. I'm not good at firing people. I give everybody a second chance, sometimes third chances. We do bicker a lot in between us, like families do, but it all gets done in the end.
Yeah, you get through the good times and they're great, and then some of the good times are not so great. You learn what people were capable of, and you allow them to do it. A lot of people have gone on to work in the music industry after working here. We've had people go work for Widespread Panic who did lights, or we had sound engineers that went on to work with Joan Osborne, or many national acts.
It's because they have a personal interest in what they're doing. It's not just a business thing, like which bands are going to bring in the best numbers, but actually bands that they're fans of, that they enjoy their music.
We found Ziggy on the road, walking down the road out in front of our bar when he was a kitten. I mean, he wasn't more than a couple weeks old, and we just had him here. We nurtured him and fed him every day. And he's got the personality of a person. He can walk around the bar and meet every person. He's been in 2 videos on MTV. He's in a Donna's video, and he's in a Hootie and the Blowfish video. So he's pretty unique to the property here. He's got a house right on the end of the bar. A lot of music's great. I mean, there's so many different sorts of music out there. We do everything from heavy metal to bluegrass, and each person, we have a different crowd. We have young kids. Some nights we have older folks, and it just usually brings out some pretty good feelings in people if they come to enjoy a nice night of music.
It's a great outlet for people who are not musically inclined to let that be able to creep into your lives. Not everybody is able to play, but everybody has a chance to be a listener. And being around music and people that like music it's not too bad. The ones that I remember the most are the ones that I didn't have any preconceived ideas about, like P Groove, and you see them come in and they have fun in the room. It's fun to see the artists come in and have fun. And I guess it's the bands that have come in and not treated it like just another gig, but treated it like they would if it was their place. Those are the ones that I remember the most.
Live music, it's a special thing when you can hit a chord with somebody that
I think there's
they can have an emotional response out of that. The live show evolves. If you like the music and you want to see different takes on it, you come see the live show. We like to think that it's always getting better every time. I hope it is. I think it is. It is. Right?
Yep.
Shannon Hoon was having a rough night on the stage. They put on a great show. It's when they were just starting to blow up. We had him play here a few times, and in the middle of the show, he was having problems hearing himself through the monitors on stage. He got mad at our sound guy whenever we punched him in the face. Then picked up the monitor, threw it in the audience. At the end of the show, I don't know. I think Kenny Chesney was a funny story. He ended up playing here about 4.5 hours, or 4 hours and 15 minutes into the show. He had set up a bar in the dressing room, and he got quite inebriated and started crowd surfing. And his manager decided he better get him off the stage. He might hurt himself. He's
Played for 5.5 hours in here, and he missed his next night because he had too good of a time. And the Leftover Salmon show, we had a salmon 2-night run of salmon shows that were supposed to be here, and we had an ice storm come in, and a lot of people got snowed out, iced out. They couldn't make it to the show, but Salmon decided to go ahead and stay and they'd play. Well, power went out, and we actually had to go get a generator, and we used the upstairs pool area as a venue. And they set candles up. Yeah, being able to pull it off, even though most people would have quit. The show went on. 400 people here, and one of the best nights of music I've ever seen. And right after that, Leftover Salmon really made a national name for themselves, started getting the publicity they deserved. The ones that are the harder to deal with sometimes are the easier ones to remember as far as a fond spot in your heart.
It's not like a gig you're going in, you're playing a show and you want to get out, pack up, Like they're our friends, if we ever got, really big, it would be nice to come back and still play here, and just pack it out.
Well, right now we're holding steady here in Winston Salem. We're happy with doing our shows that hold 750 people. We're always looking to expand, our business prowess, but we don't know if we're gonna. Ziggy's is such a unique space. We can't recreate it in every city. But we just like to take the bands and build them up, and if we can get them from Ziggy's to the Coliseum, that's our goal.
Just looking for Jay to continue to bring music to Winston-Salem, and hopefully be able to bring some more music in myself too, and see a couple more years go on the ship here.